Hey everybody, I'm Luca Paris and welcome on a culinary journey. We're on a culinary journey through my childhood, right? And we're going to be finding foods that I grew up with. Del Verde brand pasta. I grew up on Del Verde brand pasta, and luckily enough, they sent me a lot of product to play with. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some incredible instant no-boil lasagna, super easy. Then we're going to make a rigatoni dish with caprese, mozzarella and tomato, and finally this nest of fettuccine that we're going to make with mushrooms. Incredible. You're going to absolutely love it. And guess what? My journey through my childhood and my pasta starts now. Hi, I'm Luca Paris, and I'm cooking with Del Verde pasta. Today, we're going to be making no-boil lasagna. Easiest thing on the planet. Del Verde from Apulia makes some of the most amazing pastas, and their no-boil lasagna is incredible. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here we have this no-boil lasagna in the package. Sheets and the pan. You get two of these pan, about 16 sheets. You can't go wrong. I'll show you how easy it is to make this pasta, this lasagna dish. Right? So we're going to take it. We're going to get our little pan ready. When I was a kid, my mom used to make these all the time for us. And it was great because what she would do is, my brother liked it one way, and I liked it another way. She'd pull out the lasagna sheets, pop them both together, and she was good to go. So we're going to get our sauce in the pan, right on the bottom of the pan. We start with a sheet going one direction. And I like to do is break off another piece and put that to the end. Put a little more sauce in this pan on this side. And in today's lasagna, what I'm going to be making is a wonderful lasagna with vegetables. Chopped vegetables in a vegetable ragu. Put a little bit of that down. We'll do different things on different layers. Whenever you're cooking with lasagna, there's a couple different ways. The package indicates that you should be using this and popping it in the water for a little bit, like 1 minute. Not boiling, just popping it in the water. So we'll do a little bit of that too. I've actually cooked this straight the way through without popping it in the water. It's absolutely incredible. So put a little salt and pepper on there. We'll cut up some fresh mozzarella on top of that. Beautiful fresh mozzarella. It's just going to give it even more flavor. Now when you are cooking with pasta, Del Verde Ordine pasta, that you're making your lasagna, and you don't boil it, you do need to give it just a little bit more moisture. So we're going to give it more moisture than we normally do. Some people use dry mozzarella. I'm going to use fresh mozzarella into here, and it's going to give it just a little bit more moisture. Then I go the opposite direction with the next set of sheets I do. Put that in. We'll put now a little bit of my Alfredo sauce for the next level. I'm doing a white sauce and a red sauce, different levels. And it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And this is where you get to play a little bit. A little bit of sauce. And like I said, one of the great things you could do about this, you can do different sauces for different lasagnas. You get 2 per package. You can't go wrong. I'm also going to add on this level, we have spinach and, let me just use that. We have spinach and artichoke. And we're just going to pop that around here. So we have vegetables on the first level. We have some zucchini. We have some squash. And we have some peppers. On the next level, we're going to put the spinach and artichoke. And then up on top, we'll get another level going. And absolutely, this is great. Top here, we're going to get our nice marinara sauce on top of that. And after you make these, they freeze wonderfully. A little more salt and pepper. A little more vegetable. Ta-da. And this gives us our final layer, which we're going to put on top. We're going to skip mozzarella on this layer. We'll do it just on the top layer. So we'll put another sheet down. Crack off a sheet. Get that on top. When these cook together, they cook together beautifully. And this is, I tell you, it brings back memories. I watched my mom do this for years for us, and I just thought she was just a magician, how she didn't have to boil any of the pasta. And for years, she kept making us these lasagnas that whatever we wanted, and that's not easy to do when you have a family, to make whatever you want. Because there was no boil, less of a hassle, less of a mess, with some great pasta, she was able to put together a great, great dish in record time. Let's get that over there. All right, this goes in the oven, 25 minutes, wrapped with aluminum foil. And then when it comes out, it looks just like this. Ta-da! And I shredded that one up. It's so easy to make, so easy to prepare, and absolutely wonderful. Let's do that. Ooh. Brings me back to my childhood. A gorgeous lasagna that's good enough to enjoy for days. You can't go wrong. Lasagna Odine from Del Verde. That's the pasta of today. I'm Luca Paris. We'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Luca Paris, and I'm cooking with Del Verde today. Del Verde pasta is some of the best in the world, made in Abruzzo, Italy. You're going to love this pasta. Today, we're going to make rigatoni caprese, fresh mozzarella, tomato, the rigatoni, extra virgin olive oil, a sprig of basil. Simple, light, delicious. First things first, let's cook our pasta. We get our water to a rolling boil. We're going to add our salt. Now, the biggest thing about pasta and boiling your own pasta is 1, flavor enough salt. 2, leave enough room for the pasta to dance. In Italy, we say the pasta needs to dance in the boiling water, and that's what it's going to do. And by doing about 4 liters to a pound of pasta, that's where you're going to get it to dance. We dump in our pasta. We stir continuously. That's important too. You want to make sure it stirs. And once you get it in and the water stops boiling, you want to turn up the heat so it gets back to a rapid boil. Simple way to make great pasta. So we're going to get that in there. We're going to make sure we keep stirring. And follow the cooking times that are on the box. Al dente, that's the way you should cook pasta, al dente. Why? Well, it keeps in all the nutrients. Secondly, it's easier to digest. Because it's al dente, because it's chewier, you have to chew more, you break it down more, and it's easier to digest, and you keep those great nutrients. So we're going to get the pasta cooking in here. We follow 5 to 8 minutes cooking time. All right, I'm going to put the cover back on so it boils a little quicker. So when the pasta is halfway to 3/4 done, then we're going to start our sauce. Real simple sauce. We get our pan on medium heat, and we're going to take the fresh ingredients that you would find in an insalata caprese, fresh mozzarella, tomato, extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add that to it. So we're going to chop some shallots nice and fine. And we're going to do, and what's great about this dish is the pasta will go in there. It'll be a slightly warm sauce, and then the mozzarella will melt on there just beautifully. So we'll get our shallots. We get some extra virgin olive oil in a pan. And we start cooking away. Now, as the pasta cooks down, we're going to make sure that we get some of the pasta water into the pan also, because that just helps the starch from the pasta water, just helps bring this whole dish together. We'll just add in some fresh tomatoes. Absolutely wonderful. Ta-da! A little bit of salt and pepper. We'll saute that up. All right, so as the Del Verde rigatoni is cooking, we're cooking down our shallots and tomatoes and extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. We do one last thing. Let's dump out our pasta, but not make it too dry. Right over here. Ta-da. Leave some of that water into there too, because we want to keep it, don't want to dry it up too much. And then, real simple, one of the quick dishes to make for your family is this gorgeous pasta. Rigatoni Del Verde with nice al dente. Just going to add to the dish. And as we saute the pasta into the tomatoes, what's great is the ridges are going to take on all the extra virgin olive oil. We'll finish it with a little bit more olive oil, and then we'll add some tomato to that. Tomato, mozzarella to that. We'll add some fresh homemade mozzarella to that. And this is just going to melt down and give it a beautiful look. The ridges will take on all the flavors that we put in there, the salt, the pepper, the shallots, and then finally some fresh basil at the last minute. And this gorgeous dish with rigatoni from Del Verde is quick and easy to make and absolutely wonderful. It's a nice summertime, springtime dish where the whole family can enjoy. Rigatoni Del Verde caprese, and voila. There you go, a great dish using rigatoni from Del Verde. We'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Luca Paris, and I'm cooking with Del Verde pasta. Today, we're cooking with egg tagliatelle nests. Nests are a little bit different, but we're going to cook with those, and then we're going to make this wonderful mushroom cream sauce. So when you're cooking with egg tagliatelle nests, they come just like that in the nest. When you put them in the water, like you're boiling regular pasta, you get the water on a boil, you add some salt, you put the nest in, stir them gently because they'll break up if you don't until you get to the point where they loosen up. Then you could stir them a little bit more. But we're going to make that quick sauce to go with the egg tagliatelle nest right now. In a pan, we'll put a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to saute our mushrooms and our shallots really quickly. We got some portobello mushrooms. Want to get in there? We have some fresh shallots that we just chopped up. And we're going to get those cooking with a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, if you take a look at your nest, as they're falling apart, they're getting this beautiful al dente, and they're cooking wonderfully. What we're going to do is try and, again, keep some of that water in there. We're going to try and take them right out with our tongs into the saute pan. So we get our mushrooms cooking, sauteing down as it absorbs the water, the salt, pepper, and the shallots. We're going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of brandy. Always be safe. Take it off the pan, off the stove, put it right back down on top. And we're going to just bring some extra flavor into there. At this point, this is where I'm going to add my garlic. Don't want to add the garlic in too soon, because if we do, we're going to burn it. So we're going to chop some fresh garlic right into there. And nothing is worse than fresh garlic being burned. All right, so as our tagliatelle, as our Del Verde tagliatelle nests are cooking to al dente, we're getting our sauce together. Best way to cook your pasta and your sauce is to cook them at the same time. Best way to serve your pasta is within 2 minutes of them being out of the water. Gets into that hot sauce, it continues cooking. We need to serve it right away. So, a little more salt and pepper. We'll finish this sauce with a little bit of cream. We'll let the cream reduce down. And we're going to use the starch from the pasta, the cream, which is reducing down, and then the mushrooms to create a beautiful sauce. Last ingredient we want to do is get some fresh basil in there, and we'll chop that up quickly. As it's reducing down, the cream starts coming together, and it starts making this gorgeous sauce with the basil and the mushrooms. Last item that we want to add is our pasta. And as you look at your pasta, that's where you see it's nice and al dente. The nest all fall apart. They come out great. Del Verde makes some of the best pasta in the world. You'll absolutely love it when it goes in right into your dish. Ta-da! And my pasta for one is perfect. I love to toss my pasta into my sauce. You know why? Because it gets all over, the ingredients are all over that pasta, comes together in this beautiful shape. We finish it off with a little more Parmigiano cheese. And there we have an amazing tagliatelle nest from Del Verde with portobello mushrooms, cream sauce, fresh basil, a little bit of brandy. Voila, absolutely beautiful. I'm Luca Paris, and we'll see you next time, Cooking with Del Verde.